Welcome to Gmat Genie. Today we are going to look at mixture problem. Before that, just note down the website address. It is gmatgeniescore.com. Email ID is gmatquant@gmatgeniescore.com. Address, you can note it down, and the cell number is 9611897630. So today we will look at the mixture problem, how to handle a mixture problem in Gmat. There are very shortcuts and quick tips which are available to handle any kind of mixture problems. So let's look at those shortcuts and quick tips which can help you quickly solve a mixture problem in Gmat. So let's start with the first problem, and we can subsequently take up other problems. For this particular tutorial, we are just going to look at one problem. So let's go to the problem. So what is the problem? The problem says the ratio by volume of soap to alcohol to water in a certain solution is 2:50:100. The solution will be altered so that the ratio of soap to alcohol is double, while the ratio of soap to water is halved. If the altered solution will contain 100 cubic centimeters of alcohol, how many cubic centimeters of water will it contain? Okay, so we know that the ratio that is given by volume is of soap to alcohol to water is 2:50:100. So how do you really write it down, right? So let's, because this is the very basic of writing a ratio or solving a ratio problem. Whenever you are given a ratio, especially when you have ratio between three substances, here we have, instead of two substances, we have three substances. Okay, one is soap, other one is alcohol, and third one is the water, right? So it's important to put it down in a certain format which makes it very easy for you to solve the problems. So let's look at that format and how do we solve it. Okay, so we saw that a ratio of soap, right, to alcohol to water, it was in the ratio of 2:50:100, right? So we can write it in this fashion: S/2 equals, S is soap, soap by 2 equals alcohol by 50 equals water by 100, and we can equate it to K, right? Now if you have to write it the way the problem was given, right, soap to alcohol was 2:50, so if you can write it down, you can bring it here and this will go to the right hand side. So or alcohol will come to the left hand side and 2 will go to the right hand side. Sorry, yeah. So let me wrap it up. Okay, so it becomes soap to alcohol equals 2/50, right? And then it was also given soap to alcohol to water. So alcohol to water ratio was 50:100. So if you can again bring water to the left, it becomes A/W equals 50/100, right? This is what the problem was initially given, and from here we derived the above expression. Now it says that ratio of soap to water, okay, the ratio of soap to water. So if you look at the expression 1, right, we can figure it out what is the ratio of soap to water. So we need to bring water to the left and take the 2 to the right, right? So basically cross multiply, right? So it becomes S by W equals 2 upon 100, right? It says ratio of soap to water gets halved, right? That's what it in the problem says. So soap to water becomes, the new ratio becomes 2 by 100 times 1 by 2, which is 1 upon 100. And then it is also given that soap to alcohol, which was initially 2 upon 50, right? This gets double. So the new ratio of soap to alcohol becomes 2 times 2 upon 50, which is 4 upon 50, right? Now, so now we see that the new ratio of soap to water has become 1 upon 100, right? And soap to alcohol has become 4 upon 50. So let's open a new page and see what is the new ratio. Okay, so we see that new ratio is soap to alcohol, it is 4 upon 50, and soap to water is 1 upon 100, right? Now how do we convert into a ratio format, the format originally the way we had devised for the original problem? So to do that, we need to make sure whenever we are trying to do that is that at least one of them should be the same, right? So if we have to convert it into a ratio, the way it will look like is this way. So we can say that this one becomes S upon 4 equals A upon 50. Similarly, this becomes S upon 1 equals W upon 100, right? Now you can see here on the left hand side it is S upon 4 and this one is S upon 1. How do you convert it into a format where all three are together in one ratio equation or in one ratio expression? So to do that, what you need to do is in the second one, in the second expression, you divide by 4 on both sides. If you do that, it becomes S by 4 and this becomes W by 400. So in effect, this new ratio becomes S upon 4 equals W upon 400. This is very important to understand here, that we are trying to combine two ratio into two 1 by 1 ratio, you can say, into 1:1:1 ratio. That is ratio 1 to ratio 2, ratio 1 to ratio 2 to ratio 3, in basically one ratio expression, right? Now if you look at here, we have the left side, which is S upon 4, is common to both these expression. So we can now equate them. So if you equate them, it becomes S upon 4 equals A by 50 equals W by 400, right? Now it says that, the problem says that if alcohol is 100 cubic centimeter, what is my going to be water content in this new solution? So you can see here, we just need to put the value of alcohol and get the value of water. So if you do that, water becomes, alcohol is as it's given is 100 cubic centimeter. So alcohol is 100 times 400 upon 50. So it cancels out. So the content of water is 100 cubic centimeter or 100 cc, right? So what the concept that we have understood today is that any ratio problems, even if it's 2 by 2 ratio, can be equated to form a 3 by 3 ratio, you can say that. If you call this as 1 by 1, or this one is 1 by 1, or 2 by 2, you can say. There are two values or two unknowns, that is S and A, and having corresponding value 4 and 50 in terms of ratio, right? So if you equate them, you can get a 3 by 3 ratio expression. So the way I have done it, in the similar way, you can combine or break up a ratio into a larger ratio proportion values. Okay, so I hope the way I dealt with this ratio problem was useful for you, and if you have any queries, do write back to me on the email ID that I have given on the first page, on the first slide, as well as you can go to the website address that I have given on the first slide, and you can contact us. Thank you.